Almost every political party in recent elections promised to reform immigration policy.
I welcome foreign nationals into our city and our country. All I have asked is that those who visit do so lawfully, and while they are here, they respect the laws of our country.
There is no border that will be opened immediately.
There will be mass deportation of illegal foreigners. Mass deportation of illegal foreigners.
Zimbabweans who have been allowed to stay here on the Z permit, I think it's called.
There are 120,000 of
Yeah.
course. They're not many.
Yeah, they should be regularized. I mean, they've been here for a very, very long time. And they've added huge value to our economy, massive value to our economy.
Yet the problems persist.
It would be offensive to not even speak about the reality of what it does to our public systems, what it does when people don't pay taxes, but they expect to live and benefit of the goods and services that our government provides.
Elections are shaped by various issues, and immigration has been on that list this season, especially for South Africa. And when President Cyril Ramaposa announced his GNU new cabinet, he made a significant change to the Home Affairs Ministry. Aaron Motsoaledi will be moving from Home Affairs to take over the Health Ministry. The Home Affairs portfolio will now be led by the DA, with the party presenting Leon Schreiber to President Ramaposa as the best candidate for the role. This decision did not sit well with many patriotic South Africans, who argued that the change was unnecessary given Aaron's progressive work at Home Affairs. Amid these arguments, rumors spread on social media that Schreiber was from Zimbabwe, supposedly based on a Wikipedia page. The Daily Maverick fact-checked this claim and confirmed that Schreiber's place of birth had been edited to say he was born in the Harare suburb of Borodale, in Zimbabwe, when in actual fact, he was born in Piketberg in the Northern Cape and raised in Kleinzee, Namakwaland. In his first official act as minister, Schreiber signed a proclamation allowing foreign tourists, students and visitors who have applied for visa extensions to stay in the country until the end of this year. This waiver extension also applies to those seeking long-term visas and seasonal visitors, known as swallows, who often stay for 6 months and contribute billions of rands to the economy. Schreiber stated that this blanket waiver was necessary due to application backlogs at Home Affairs. However, the decision sparked an uproar online, with many questioning why the new minister is loosening immigration laws instead of tightening them. Home Affairs is currently plagued by fraud and exploitation in the immigration system, often aided by criminal syndicates. Motsoaledi had been working to address this corruption, making significant progress with numerous arrests and even facing threats on his life as a result. The entire ministry operates an underground money-making system, allowing illegal immigrants, even those without passports, to move freely in and out of the country if they can afford the bribes. This side hustle for immigration officials will not be easily shut down. It remains uncertain if the DA can win this battle, as they lack documented efforts in addressing issues affecting poor and low-income individuals. Regarding immigration and border control issues, it is important to acknowledge that South Africa has a significant number of xenophobic and Afrophobic citizens. The country's sense of superiority within the continent often results in attacks primarily directed at Black African nationals. This year, there was a notable backlash against digital nomads, which intensified when white South Africans began complaining about the cost of living in Cape Town, and there is a video on this channel on that topic. Xenophobia and Afrophobia are major issues. The Home Affairs portfolio requires a minister who is both patriotic and capable of prioritizing citizens while treating foreign nationals with dignity. It will be interesting to see how the DA navigates this challenge. MoneyWeb outlined several mandates that Schreiber is expected to tackle, including reducing long queues that make Home Affairs offices appear overwhelming and inefficient. Notably, the new minister must decide how to handle the Zimbabwean exemption permit system. Aaron Motsoaledi faced various court cases after deciding to terminate this system, which allowed Zimbabweans to live and work in South Africa. A court case on this matter will likely be heard later this year or next. As the new minister, Schreiber will need to determine whether permit holders should be allowed to apply for permanent residence, a decision that will require a parliamentary vote since it involves elements of naturalization through citizenship. However, based on the DA's policy approach, Schreiber may make a decision without consultation, leading to significant discord within the GNU. Zimbabweans initially welcomed into South Africa in the post-apartheid era now feel abandoned and betrayed by the rampant xenophobia in recent years. Zimbabweans on such permits, along with immigrants from other countries, are hoping for a sympathetic response from the new minister, which they are likely to receive. The DA is known for advocating for cheap labor and exploitative working conditions for Zimbabwean nationals, who often lack knowledge of the legal routes to fight for their employment rights. This is not a skill issue. If it were, efforts would be made to bring in Chinese and Indian citizens, who likely possess skills that many South Africans lack. Western nationals come to South Africa for skills that are already available locally, and general work given to Zimbabwean nationals can always be performed by South Africans. Prioritizing South Africans for jobs is a valid stance. However, immigration and border control issues must be managed in a way that affords foreign nationals human dignity. South Africa should not emulate Western nations that treat immigrants as less than human beings. Right now, it is impossible to determine the exact number of undocumented immigrants in South Africa. Even the Department of Home Affairs does not have an accurate count. According to a report from Africa Check, the estimated figure was 3.96 million around 2022, and by now, based on Home Affairs' white paper on citizenship, immigration and refugee protection, it could be less than 5 million. There is similar uncertainty about the number of refugees, which seems vastly overstated in the white paper. The key point is that the numbers are substantial. This nation was founded on the principle that South Africa belongs to all who live in it, and we must keep this in mind when addressing immigration issues.